Paging all Married to Medicine fans, it's your girl Natalie.
And your girl Shimeika, and we're here sipping tea and talking all things MD and MRSMD on our rewatch podcast, Married to Medicine, The Rundown.
Join us on Monday nights as we break down our favorite past episodes, review the upcoming season, and spill the tea on your favorite group of ladies and their husbands.
Let's get to spilling.
All right, you guys, your favorite duo is back to discuss episode 3 of Married to Medicine. I'm your girl Natalie.
And I'm your girl Shimeika.
And y'all, this was the episode I think we all were waiting for.
Yeah, well, we finally got to see Quad, so there's that.
Miss Quad. She got it. I can't say her name without saying that.
Shout out to Mariah.
That part, I can't even lie.
Yes, but the episode opens with like Simone and Jackie having their little lunch like they used to do back in the old days, the good old days, like season 1.
That made me so happy to see that.
Yeah, but what killed me was when Jackie called Letitia Nutri-Tea, Nutri-Sweet, or whatever. Jackie's so shady. But the fact that Letitia's saying that how she needs an assistant to help her, like, I don't even know, because even Jackie's confused as to what Letitia needs an assistant for. But yeah.
My thing is, girl, there is Instacart, there's Uber Eats. You really want to hire an assistant to go buy your groceries, although you work from home, to bring it to your house to cook.
They have that in Atlanta? Instacart?
I feel like if we have it, Americans should have it.
Hopefully. But yeah, I know there's lots of stuff that she could have done. I mean, HelloFresh will deliver
DoorDash
ingredients for the meal. So, I mean, she had options, but it's just the fact that she asked Simone about an assistant was just hilarious. And Jackie's face the whole time just looking confused, like, an assistant for what? Like, what do you do?
Like, if you had a more demanding schedule like a Jackie or Simone, I get it.
Yeah.
But girl, you ain't got no chick nor child. You work from home.
I mean, I guess she does have the dog.
Girl, bye.
You know how people like to treat their dog like their children?
Those look here. Some of them treat the dogs better than they treat their kids. Let's start there.
Girl, and when I tell you, I have a coworker and I tell her all the time. I actually have 2 coworkers that I tell all the time. In my next life, I'm coming back as your dog. Because the way how y'all be feeding your dogs, the way how y'all be clothing your dogs, it just makes no sense to me. I need to be a dog. I don't like dogs, but I'll come back as somebody's dog.
You better hope you get placed at a good home. Better come back at Paris Hilton's dog.
Yo, or even Lisa Vanderpump's dog.
That too.
Well, I'm just saying, you know, maybe it's a dog.
Because, honey, I'm watching it, and I've now watched this week's episode like 3 times, and I'm still trying to figure out where do you need the help?
Yeah, I mean, she does work from home as well, so it's just like, girl,
on your lunch break, run to the little grocery store down the street and pick up what you need for dinner and call it a day.
Yeah, well, you know what? I'm not even gonna like bash her too much because maybe it is very stressful planning a wedding and then still having to cater to Greg's needs. So maybe it's a lot.
Greg seems like a handful. I'm not even gonna hold you. He seems like a handful.
Well, speaking of a handful, the next scene is when Heavenly sits with Letitia at their little lunch that they have. And Letitia's like, you know, talking about the wedding planning getting rough, and she thought that Greg would be involved, but he is not. And that just brings me back to the last episode where Simone was like, if you wanted to marry somebody involved in wedding planning, then you should have married a woman.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just don't picture men being that involved in that process. So,
The man said, "Here's the money, go about your day."
yeah. So, who knows? But, as usual, Heaven's always telling people to have your own thing, your own money, your own this, your own that. So, she's giving Letitia the spiel and all that stuff. But what really caught me off guard was, well, like, yeah, she said that Quad was right about some things about like Greg being controlling or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But the part that caught me off guard was when Greg lied about robbers being in the house because Letitia forgot to put on the alarm.
Like, sir, what?
Who does that?
First of all, the fact that you had to take time out of your day to think about this lie is ridiculous.
Right? So that was funny. But it's just the fact that she's saying the same things that Quad was saying when Greg and Quad were together. And it's the fact that she's even bringing up Quad's name and being like, oh, Quad was right about some things about Greg. So, you know.
There's two things. One, you have to give Dr. Heavenly credit because as much as she says, like, cater to your man, take care of your man, she always reinforces women have your own because as much as you love the man and the man may love you, if something goes left, at least you have backup, at least you have a plan, at least you have something to your name. So I give Heavenly credit for that. I don't think a lot of people really give her dues for that part.
Yeah, no, she's been preaching that with that white one. What's her
Oh,
name?
Jill.
Jill. Yeah. So since Jill, I just feel like everybody should have been listening to Heavenly.
Right? Despite the mess and the craziness, Heavenly got sense.
Yeah, she does. She really does. But the flashback got me because right when Letitia says, love is not a monetary thing, they do the flashback to Quad saying the exact same thing to Greg.
Like word for word.
And it's like, did they like did she watch the show? Like, did she know?
Okay, here's the thing. Two, Quad was vindicated. No, sorry, one, Quad was vindicated because Sweet Tea just proved everything Quad's been saying, but fans and viewers were like, Quad, this is a you problem. And then two, wait, I just lost my train of thought. Because I'm here rooting for Quad. Wait,
Exactly.
what did you just say?
I said not me though.
Oh,
Everybody,
before that.
I was probably the only one that was like, Dr. Greg, no. No, no, no. I was always on Quad's side. Everything she said is coming, I wouldn't say it's coming to fruition or whatever, but I will say that it's coming to pass. So it's not just one person saying something, it's two people saying the same exact thing.
That's the thing, the exact thing, word for word. And it's not even like, okay, they're experiencing different problems. They're literally experiencing the exact same thing. Like, sir,
Yeah.
you learned nothing from your first marriage?
Well, I guess Greg is stuck. He's stuck in his ways. He's one of those old, ignorant men or whatever. So he's just stuck in his ways. He's not gonna learn anything. He's one of, how some people, you're never too it's never too late to teach an old dog new tricks. It's too late for Dr. Greg. It's too late. He's not learning nothing.
Not a damn thing.
Do what you gotta do, girl. You're the one who wanted to get married to the man. You're the one who sent the baby emoji in his DMs.
That
So,
part.
you know,
So
do what
why
you
you
gotta,
mad?
right? And then she's talking about how they'll figure it out when they get married.
I don't understand with the logic with anyone, women or men, who, oh, once we get married, we'll figure it out. No.
No,
I am
no.
not walking down the aisle with you until we have that shit together, until we've talked it through, we figured out what's what.
Mhm.
Because the minute I say I do and I realize that you aren't going to change, I'm not going to change, this is going to be a big
Annulment.
problem.
Not me about annulment, but like for real.
Be like, Pastor, it was a mistake.
Like, sorry, Lord.
Let me just white out my signature real quick from this marriage license.
Honestly, but like honestly, there's just some things that you should talk about before even getting married.
100%.
Something that you should just definitely like have conversations about and go over and like, so that you're not blindsided or you're not walking into it looking like a fool. It's just at this point, she just got to do what she got to do. She the one who want to marry the man. So I mean, he had so much woman in his DMs, but he chose Letitia. So this is what he wanted.
I remembered my second point. Okay, my whole thing is with her and Heavenly having this conversation, right?
Yeah.
But offline, she was complaining about being bullied, talking about, I've never watched the show before, and blah, 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 blah. You never watched the show before. But again, you proved our point last week about you slid into Greg's DMs talking about, I can give you what you need with the baby emoji. And now you're pretty much saying verbatim, you know what, Quad was right with what Quad said about her marriage to Greg. But you ain't never watched the show before.
It's giving weird, and it's giving she definitely watched the show, because if you didn't watch the show, how would you even know about Greg? This girl is from like, where's she from? She's not even from Atlanta. She moved to Atlanta.
I think it was DC to meet with Greg.
Yeah. So it's just like, how do you, if you didn't watch the show, then how did you know about Greg? How do you
Thank
know he
you.
was divorced from Quad?
How you know he wanted that baby so badly?
How you know he wanted the baby? Like, girl, be for real. You may be able
Like,
to
who are
fool
you
some
fooling?
people, but
That part.
not I, said the cat.
Mm-mm, no ma'am, no ham, no turkey.
Like, what? She needs to get it together. She needs to get it together.
Every time you say it, the song comes to my head, and I still can't figure out who sings that damn song.
Can we get it together? That song? Isn't that 702?
Thank you. I've been thinking about that for the last week, and
Are you kidding me?
I couldn't remember. Shout out to
No.
702. Rest in peace, Irish.
Get it together.
You don't understand. It's been bothering
No.
me.
No. You know what? Oh my gosh.
Oh,
That is actually hilarious.
but speaking about getting it together, Simone and her baby's child.
I know. I love when they have little family moments on shows like this, cuz it's just so cute to watch, and we've seen her boys literally turn into men before our eyes on the show.
Boys to men, literally.
Literally.
Who are trying
So,
to get it together.
are they?
I mean, Simone wants them to.
She wants them to, but Michael's just like, no, you guys get me an apartment. Like, and my thing is like, I don't blame Cecil, because I know that if I have it, my child is not gonna want for anything. Like, I'm sorry, he his rent will be paid. Like, sorry guys, like, it's just no. We need to start having our own nepotism babies.
And see, I feel like I'm on that side, but I think I'm also on Simone's side. I feel like there's a in between where it's like, okay, like I'll pay your rent, but you still need to go out there and get a job. Maybe you're
That
gonna pay for
too.
the high drill, your groceries. Like I am not handing everything to you and making you this entitled child, which at the end, when she goes, you're entitled, Michael goes, thank you for making me entitled.
Yeah, he's like, thanks for entitling me.
Look here.
Well, yeah,
The
but
way I would reach across that table.
Simone probably would have if the cameras weren't there, but
That part, because that look before they cut the cameras.
yeah. So that's hilarious. But like, no, I get it because they are gonna have to learn some type of responsibility at some point. So
100%.
yeah, I mean, it's nice that they were able to bring them that far and just, but I just feel like I'd be a Cecil in this situation.
Yeah, I would totally be a Simone. And maybe I say that now because I don't have my own kids, but I still feel like I would be a Simone.
I mean, I already told my son, like, me and you can live like the Indians. I don't even care. One on top of the other. Like, what, me and you forever. As long as I have a roof, my son has a roof. And that's all that matters.
But you see, that I like because I feel like, again, there's that balance because there's some parents where it's like, as soon as they turn 18, you got to get out of my house. And
Yeah,
I
and
feel
that's
like that
horrible.
happens a lot in the Black community where it's just like, yo, your kids can stay as long as, they do their part.
Like, what, in most cultures, like, they don't leave.
The
They
whole
do not leave
family's together.
all the time. And it's just like one big happy or whatever family. Like,
Mm.
So it's just like, no, nah. As long as I have a roof, my son has a roof, and for me, that's all that matters. Because no, I would not be able to like live with myself if I had a roof and my son wasn't able to come underneath it. No, that would be when the Lord would have to pick me up with His bare hands and fling me across the world. Like,
Be like, you brought him into this world. He is your responsibility till the day you die.
right? Like, no. But no, the
Oh.
funniest part was Heavenly and Damon talking to Alora about college because they don't want her to to go away.
They found every excuse in that book.
Every excuse. Like when Damon said the boys can handle it physically and he wanted to be there for Alora right away. I understood that cuz
Hmm.
honestly, I feel like for girls, but I'm a boy mom, so I just have a soft heart for all children. Like I would want to be there for my child like right away. But if my child at the same time too wanted to spread their wings, like I'm not gonna stop my child from doing that.
Hmm.
And go out there, do what you gotta do, and then just come back. Like like. But it's the fact that they were blaming what? The internet, the outer net, the AI. They're blaming the tornadoes, seeing how there
The
was no
wind that wasn't there
wind back
10
in
years
their
ago.
talking about the bank having problems. Like, it's not that deep. You wanted to stay home, just say, yo, girl, stay home. She's not going to stay home, but still, like.
For
So,
Alora to really stand there with a straight face and listen to them that whole time, I would have been like, who are you people? This is
right?
embarrassing.
Right? It was just no, when Heavenly said the internet, the outer net, the I was done. Because what? Oh
No,
my
I was done after
god.
the win, where she's no, and she was, and there's no win like 10 years ago, and she like dead ass looking at
So
Alora
serious.
like climate change, really?
And change that bad. Heavenly. It was no wind. Like, let's be for real. Let's be for real. Oh my gosh.
Oh my
Oh, but on a
god.
side note, Heavenly did post a photo of her father for Veterans Day, November 11th, and
Mhm.
Heavenly is like a splitting image of her dad. And also one of her sons, I think it's her oldest son, looks just like her dad as well.
I need to go back and look at that.
Yeah, because the resemblance is so like it's there. She looks just like her dad, and her oldest son looks just like him too.
It's really crazy how genetics work.
Right? They just like repeat themselves. So, yeah. But now we have like Eugene taking the boys to go shopping at the shoe boutique, which is another cute little family moment.
And you know what? I tweeted this from our page, and I'm like, from last week when we were talking about the sex education talk to now
Yes.
having these conversations with their boys, they are really breaking generational curses, having these conversations and actually normalizing that, hey, it's okay to have these conversations with your kids. You're supposed to have them.
Right?
We can't
No,
shy away from it.
yeah, no, honestly, it's very comforting to see. For me, what killed me was the way how Eugene explained periods because I'm not explaining it that way. Like, I get that you're a doctor, but but I'm not doing it while explaining it. Okay. First of all, I wouldn't even know how I would explain it.
I
So
was
let's
about to
just
say,
start.
how would you?
I don't know, but not that way. I just know it just wouldn't be that way. I don't know. Maybe it was just too scientific for me. But that
Literally,
was
what I would do is screen record that one part of the episode. So when it's time for my child to ask, I'm gonna be like, just watch this episode. It will tell you all you need to know. It breaks it down in about 30 seconds. If you have any other
literally.
questions, you can ask your mama.
Oh my gosh. No, like that part was it was funny and cute, but I just love how I guess being a doctor makes it easier for you to have these types of conversation, especially with your children. So
Mm-hmm.
I love how he's able to have that rapport with his boys.
100%.
Yeah, because not everybody can have that. So it's good that he makes them feel comfortable about coming with him to him with questions.
And I like that he actually pulled them aside from Toy. It's like, yeah, of course, like it's your mom or whatever, but like as a man to man kind of thing, if there's anything else you need.
Yeah. Yeah, that was nice. And Toya's blunt. Like she's like, yeah, we can talk about chlamydia, we can talk about this. Like
Be like,
girl,
girl, let's hope they don't know what that is yet.
right? Honestly. So, no, I love these little family moments that they always like have in these shows cuz it just shows a more realer side. Like, you know?
That and the fact that these family moments actually look authentic and not like we're just gonna put together a family moment for the sake of TV.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's very good.
Yeah.
It's very good. But I guess now we're into like the second half of the episode and we're like getting ready now for the bachelor and the pampering because that's what Toya called it, to get pampered. So
This is the perfect segue. Remember, I told you a while ago I had a game that I wanted to play with you on the podcast.
okay.
And I'm gonna give you 20 seconds
Oh gosh.
using all of the husbands of like the main characters. So
Okay.
we're gonna throw Dr. Greg now that he's back.
Oh gosh.
I want you to build your perfect husband using an element from each husband on the show.
First of all, Dr. Greg's not making it.
I don't think it's optional.
It's optional. Every everything has a rule that's meant to be broken. Okay, girl. But
So you have to
okay.
use Curtis, you have to use Cecil, you
No.
have to use Damon, you have to
Oh,
use
after this
Eugene.
episode, you still want me to use Curtis?
It's not optional. You have to use Greg.
I don't. These are not good options. I don't
I
like
know, that's what makes this hilarious.
I don't
Go
like these
ahead.
options. But I'm just gonna say from jump, I'm going with um, Eugene and Cecil, because at the end of the day, Toya and Simone genuinely love and trust their men. They're not worried about them going to the strip club. They're not worried about them being out here doing stupidness with anybody. Like, they just genuinely love and respect and trust their men. And I love that, like, Simone and Cecil are able to have conversations about the strip club, like just little stuff like that, like, And yeah, I love those two things. And who else? Damon.
No,
Oh.
you're doing it the cheat way. That's nice that you're picking why you want them, but
Yeah,
I need you to pick
yeah.
like I want
Yeah.
Curtis's height, but
Oh,
maybe Cecil's humor. I need you to
uh,
build a man using the husbands.
no. Okay.
I'm challenging you today. This is hilarious.
All right. So I would like Cecil's height and Eugene's playfulness and Dr. Damon's respectfulness. That's what I would want.
Hmm.
Respectfulness. And
That's three.
who else is there?
Curtis,
Um,
Greg. I think those are the last two.
this is hard. I'm just gonna go with Aretha Franklin and say nice gowns, beautiful gowns. And that's all I got. Nice gowns. Yes. Yes. That's
That's a
it.
nice bounce.
I ain't got nothing else for you. Because that's actually hard. You can't do that and then I have to choose characteristics in Curtis and Greg. Okay, one thing I want from Greg is his Mini Cooper. That's it. That's it. Nothing else. Just a Mini Cooper. Yep. And Cecil makes nice drinks too, so I'll never be thirsty.
You want the man's Mini Cooper, Shimeika?
Yes. Yes, I do. And if he could make it a countryman, it would be even better.
I'm at a loss for words.
What else is there?
I wouldn't plead the fifth because not the Mini Cooper.
Like, what else is there? Like, I don't know. I wouldn't want anything else from Greg or Curtis. I'm sorry. Not sorry, but I'm sorry.
Now, see, when I had this game in mind, Greg wasn't a part of the cast again. So I really don't know what element I would pick from Greg.
If Audra and her husband were still on the show, I would want her husband's all of it.
Yeah, he seemed like a fun dude.
Yeah, I liked him. And he was quiet. He minded his business.
Right?
I liked him.
Look here, because I'm tall, I said give me Curtis's height.
Mhm.
I would say Cecil's looks, because Cecil's fine. I don't get
Yeah, he
Cecil's fine.
is. And I could just imagine what he looked like back in the day.
Right?
Yeah.
I would say I agree with you with like Damon's personality.
Mhm.
Eugene. Eugene and Damon are kind of the same for me. Maybe I would kind of say maybe Eugene's money, because Toya looked like she's living her best life.
Yeah, she is. And
No,
I,
Eugene and Damon is personality and how they are as fathers
yes, and husbands.
and husbands. I would definitely take that.
Yeah.
Like I said, when I had this game in mind, Greg was not a part of the equation at the time. So I might just have to plead the fifth.
That's girl, beautiful gowns. Beautiful gowns, nice gowns. That's all we can say. Because what else is there?
What else is there?
What else is there? I don't know.
Because after this episode, I'm just not convinced even more.
Let like what? I don't get it. But the part that was fun for me was the fact that there were strippers twerking on the party bus. Like Cecil, where you find these girls to do these things? If I was a dude and I had somebody planning my bachelor party, it would have to be Cecil.
It would have to be because it's like Cecil has these strippers and these party bus and the drinks on lock. You
Yeah,
realize it's always Cecil planning it?
it's just always a good time.
Always.
So yeah, no. And honestly, if I would definitely want Toya to plan any party for me because she always like goes over the top and it's always just looks so nice. Like where do you always find these dudes to be pampering people?
I'll say it once and I'll say it again. Toya missed her calling in life as an interior decorator and an event planner.
Yes, she would have been an awesome event planner, especially in Atlanta.
Oh, Toya, it's not too late, honey boo. We've seen your work for the last 10 years. You got this.
Right? But what kills me about these parties is Heavenly always coming in about, oh, I'm a woman of God and whatever. But then she's the first one to always get freaky with the men them.
Anytime Heavenly says, I'm a woman of God, you know some mess is about to follow.
Like, I don't understand.
That must be her vocal prayer before something happens. Be like, in Jesus' name, amen. I am a woman of God. Do the mess.
Yo, I can't. But it was that's what kills me. But I found it cute that they gave Damon a blow up doll because he didn't want to get in trouble. Yo.
One thing about Damon, he ain't risking shit for nobody.
It's
Like,
just funny.
let's get you in trouble. Let's not.
Heavenly is though, because Heavenly will walk in and be like, ah. And then she's being picked up. Look at her getting this nice massage while Toya comes and like puts the whipped cream on her. Like,
It has to be true when she says Damon doesn't watch the show because, baby, I feel like if Damon saw half the crap that actually happens,
right? Like he would not. Like
it would be a whole other situation.
I know. Or maybe she warns him and she just like, yeah, so this happened or whatever, and then like, so who knows? But she just always getting wild.
Always.
Always getting
See,
wild.
it's Curtis for me needing to use someone else's hand to slap the girls behind.
Okay, but still, like Jackie said, what? No touching. No. Jackie's rule was just like no touching, period.
No
And
touching, come back with half of the money.
that's what Jackie said because that's not what she said in the confessional.
No, that's what Curtis was telling the stripper at the club.
Yeah, which is why I'm side eyeing you, Curtis. Because why? Are you saying that to the stripper? Jackie
And
told
that his wife has a gun.
Jackie told you not to touch, and you have this girl sitting on your lap. He should have been doing what Damon was doing.
I mean, it's only fair.
At the strip, he should have been doing what Damon was doing at the strip club, and that's all.
Like Curtis, the entire interweb has an extra eye on you.
Right? We're all watching you, sir, with our good eyes.
Mm-hmm.
So you need to get it together. Honestly, like whatever. Um so we totally skipped over the part where Letitia is yelling at her sister, which I want to shout out to these shady ass producers because this whole time I thought she was going off because of Quad showing up at her bachelorette party, only to now watch the episode and it's because of her sister that she's going on and acting like that.
Can I say I was actually I was genuinely confused. Am I supposed to be happy that Quad didn't see her sweat, but then at the same time feel played like you had that energy for your sister and not for Quad?
That's what I'm saying. Like the same girl you didn't want to talk about the other day or like have her name brought up, but here you are wiling out your sister. And to an extent, I can probably see why she did wild out the way she did because if you're my sis and you understand that at this moment I'm actually like very pissed off because I just found out some upsetting details about my wedding, then yeah, I'm
Mm-hmm.
gonna need you to back off. Like because Phaedra was there and she was consoling her, but she wasn't saying anything. And even Phaedra was telling her twins, Letitia's twin sister, like, you know, she's just frustrated right now, like, kind of back off a little bit. But her sister was not backing off.
Yeah. Sometimes
So,
you just gotta let people let it out.
yeah. And just, she should just let her be. Like, you know, but no, honestly, the wedding gonna be costing them an extra 13 to 14,000, and then Simone is saying that she would have just canceled her wedding.
I
Yeah,
mean, because baby,
yeah,
not
yeah.
1,400, 14,000.
Thousand. Like, what extra or what more were you gonna do in this different venue that you weren't gonna do if it was still on the rooftop?
Look here, now that I know who the wedding planner is, the way I side eye.
Who's the wedding planner? I don't know.
Okay, so remember Housewives of Atlanta?
Yeah.
Remember Candy's event planner Johnny? That then went to
Oh.
Phaedra so he can sue Candy?
Oh yes. He's
That's her
planning
wedding
her.
planner.
Why?
Out of everybody in Atlanta, that's who you got? Conveniently.
Yeah, like no. No. I don't know. That's just weird. But Greg is acting a total fool at this bachelorette party, at this bachelor party. I don't care what nobody says, but this man's saying that if he takes his pants down, he is not pulling them back up. Excuse me, sir?
He This is why I said I can't take Greg seriously on this show. And then you're inviting the stripper to your wedding?
Who does that?
And it's not like he come to my wedding, I'm drunk. It's like he come to my wedding, I'm dead ass serious.
And he was dead ass serious. If it wasn't for Eugene telling him like, "Yo, you can't do that. Like that's not right." I'm pretty sure that stripper would have been at the wedding. We better keep our eye out in case we do see her at the wedding.
It would have been another quad situation all over again, talking about me and my friends went to the hotel room
Right? Like no.
the night before your wedding.
Yeah. No. But after like Letitia has her little moment or whatever, it was heavenly for me when she said that the wedding was rushed and they're not ready, and she's like, "Oh, if she's acting like that, how long do you think the wedding's going to last?" And then her saying like, you know, she doesn't want to be the one to say I told you so if the wedding doesn't like happen or whatever. So
I mean, People talking about Heavenly was so wrong to say that and da 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 da. Maybe, but at the same time, someone has to say it because the way this wedding just jumped like a shotgun, and
Yeah,
with everything that keeps just piling up, it's not looking. It's not giving positivity.
yeah, and it's just the things that Letitia is saying as well. Like maybe if she wasn't saying some of the stuff that she was saying, Heavenly wouldn't have said what she said. Like you're sitting there telling Heavenly that the man's controlling, he throws the money in your face, and he's doing all of this stuff that Quad said he does, and it's just like, why would you do that?
Exactly. And then someone talking about, oh, it's shady. No, it's not. It's true because if not even like to say like, oh, she's making a mistake or whatever, but like some people are so blinded by what they want to see and what they want happen that they don't really see the reality right in front of them. And this
Yeah,
is a young girl with this old man.
yeah, because she's younger than me.
Oh my god, she is.
Yeah, she's like 31. So,
Yeah, see again, blinded by love and the
and
money.
Greg is what, 50?
Whatever 23 years older is.
Than 31. It's like 50 something. Like 54. You know what? Let me get my calculator before I start throwing numbers out. Yeah, that is. It's 54. Greg's 54.
Yeah, so I'm on Heavenly's side because you have this little girl who is literally stressed, throwing tantrums at her bachelorette party, saying Greg is this and that. No, they're not ready to be married.
Yeah, no, they're not. They're not ready to be married at all. But I think one of the things for me, mostly, it is the fact that she's having these conversations. I don't know how well, like, Heavenly knows Greg like that, but
Mm-hmm.
maybe she should have had this conversation with Phaedra. But then, who knows? Phaedra might have given her some enabling advice because she is Greg's friend. But I don't know, maybe she would have got a better understanding of who he is. Maybe we would have got a better understanding of who he is.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know. But for me, it's when Quad comes in and Heavenly is so excited. She's like,
With
"Oh
her high pitched laugh.
my god!" Like what? It was, and then
But
Harry was
honey,
like, "Oh, shit, that's your friend now. That's your friend now."
Quad came snatched, looking good like a chocolate drop to the gods.
Yeah, Quad walked in like, "Hey, hey," and she looked, "Hey, hey, girl, you look good. You
Mm-hmm.
look so good walking in there." But it's everybody's stunned faces for me.
Everybody's jaw dropped.
Yeah, but it's just, you know what? I kind of agree with Phaedra because it's just like you guys were asking about her, so here she is. Like,
No. I mean, and it is reality television. Like, if you're gonna make an entrance, make an entrance.
right? But I do kind of agree with Jackie when she says, in what world would you ever need to have the ex-wife at your bridal shower? I do agree with that, but then Quad cleared it up online where she says, "What? I was doing my job?"
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, that's it. That's all there is to it.
Exactly. She was told where to be and she showed
And she
up.
showed up, and that's it. So,
Like, why you mad?
yeah. But Toya was like super pissed off.
Okay, but let's be honest. Was Toya mad because of Quad coming to the party? Or was she mad because of her own like vendetta against Quad?
I mean, they did do the flashback where we see that Quad pretty much blamed Toya for a break in or something like that.
Mm-hmm. With Anila last year.
Yeah, so I mean they have beef. they have always had beef since season 1. The beef don't stop cook between these two.
Like I feel like she was projecting her own quad hatred onto
Yeah,
Sweet
no,
Tea and the
she
group.
definitely was, because even though she is the host of the event, at the end of the day, it's technically not your party. Like, yeah, you threw the party and it's for me, but that's the whole point. It's for me. I don't know.
But that's why when Sweet Tea was like, "Oh, it's my event," no, it's not. I'm like, "Yo, Toya, chill."
It is. It's her event. But
Like,
being the strong headed Aries that I know that she is, because I am, I probably would have reacted the same way. I don't like this girl, and you fully told us last week not to bring up her mother name ever again, and now here you are kikiing with her at your party about, oh, come sit beside me.
it was at this point Sweet Tea turned into a fan.
Yes, because
She saw Quad and became a fan. I don't care what
yeah,
no one says, and I think
yeah,
Dr. Heavenly said it too.
yeah. So I mean, that was
Like,
something
here's the
else.
thing. Don't let Quad see you sweat. Like, play it cool. Hi, welcome to my engagement party.
Yeah,
Thank you for the gift, because I ain't gonna
right,
refuse no brand name.
right. And at least Quad brought a gift. Did Jackie walk in with a gift, or did she walk in with her bags?
They all look like they walked in empty handed. I'm not
I
gonna
think
lie
she
to you.
did. Yeah, I think it was, or maybe, maybe we just didn't see it. I don't know, but
That too. Or maybe they did at the engagement party. Who knows?
that too. But I mean, if Sweet Tea was comfortable with her being there, I feel like Toya maybe should have just tried to have as much fun as she could for the rest of the night. But Toya was not gonna let that happen.
Toya like just completely took over, and I think she's speaking a little too much for Sweet Tea.
Yeah,
Let the girl use her own mind.
yeah, and honestly, let her form her own relationships with whomever she wants to form her own relationship with. If she wants to be friends with Quad so that she can talk about Greg, then let her do that. She can't talk to the rest of
Exactly.
them about Greg, like,
Let Quad give her like a 1-2. This is how you move.
right? And that's it.
Gotta do what you gotta do.
Exactly. So, yeah, but honestly, I still kind of see Toya's anger. So, girl, she should have just left it alone. She should have just left it alone.
Phaedra being Shadra, she strikes again.
No, I seen on Twitter where somebody said this is not the first time she's done something like this, because she did this on Real Housewives of Atlanta when she invited Portia to Kenya's housewarming, knowing good and damn well that Portia was not invited.
Yes.
So
This is a textbook routine for her at this point.
she's not new to this. She's true to this. She is true.
Ah, I'm not gonna lie though. I'm actually enjoying Phaedra on the show. I didn't think it would work, but it's working.
I mean, I'm just taking what they're giving me. I love the original ladies.
And this Dr. Alicia, she is not giving me anything. We're 3 episodes in.
And she's barely said a word.
She just literally sits in the corner.
Yeah, I'm waiting to see like what's gonna happen with Dr. Alicia later in the season. Hopefully she gives us a little something something. But
Something. Because then, girl, what was the point?
yeah, who knows?
Like, are you gonna fight with your friend Heavenly something? I need some excitement because at this rate, we can do without you. Bravo could have saved the paycheck.
That too, but maybe she brings something later in the season. I don't know. But at this
I hope
point,
so.
I feel like they just need to call it the Quad Show, because Quad wasn't on for a good 2 episodes, and she wasn't even in the third episode, no more than 5 minutes, and she got all their panties up in a bunch.
That part.
Barely 5 minutes. Quad stepped onto the scene.
Quad said, I'm gonna remind y'all why you pay me what you pay me and why I deserve more.
What? They're never getting rid of Quad.
Oh no. Getting rid of Quad would be like getting rid of Heavenly.
Yeah, it's not happening.
Nope.
It's not happening. But girl, this was a good episode.
It was. I'm looking forward to next week.
Yeah, honestly, these producers are mad shady. So even though it may look like, I guess, Heavenly's name isn't on the list, I'm just keeping my good two eyes out because these producers had me thinking that Letitia was cussing about Quad and she was cussing about her sister.
Mm-hmm.
So who knows? I really hope that she did not exclude Heavenly from her wedding.
I'm just thinking, Letitia, sweet tea, honey, you barking up the wrong tree. To mess with Quad and Heavenly, that's what you really want to do on your first season on the show?
Right? But I don't think Heavenly would even really care if she couldn't go to the wedding or not. But it's just like, why would you do that?
Don't come for me unless I send for you.
Period. Like, what? Yeah.
Because Sweet Tea really thought she did something there. She tried to pull a charade with the no list.
Oh my God. And then Sheree later came out and said that she really did leave Nene off that list.
Mm-hmm. Sweet Tea really is going to take Heavenly and Damon off that list and not tell them and make them waste their time.
Nah, that's wrong. But then if she did do that, then we have to think of who told her what Heavenly said at the bachelorette party, because that can be the only reason why she would take Heavenly off the list. You were
right?
just
2
filling
days
the guts
before.
of Heavenly.
Like, come on.
Yeah. So no. I guess we'll just have to wait for next week and see what's gonna happen in the next
Hell yeah.
in the next episode. I'm just gonna keep it real with y'all. I do not like to watch sneak peeks. I'll post them, but I'm not gonna watch it because why is a sneak peek 5 minutes long? That's a whole scene.
That's the part I don't like. Give me like a little 30 seconds, like quick little peek. Like, show
Yeah.
me Heavenly storming out, but let me guess why she's storming out.
Right? Like these sneak peeks are getting to be a little too long for me, and it really throws it throws me off when I go to watch the show and I feel like I've watched it already. I don't like that.
It's giving very much deja vu. Like, y'all just gave us the first half an hour of the episode in this one sneak peek.
Yeah. I don't like that. So
Mm-mm.
this little sneak peek that they gave us at the end was actually pretty cute and short and sweet. So that was cool. It wasn't too bad. But we shall see what happens next week.
Yes,
Hopefully
we
we get an
shall.
episode full of Quad, y'all. I can't remember if I didn't like her last season, but whatever.
No, you did not.
Always, I didn't.
I don't think so.
That's okay. I love you, Quad.
You also didn't like Jackie and Heavenly up until now, so
I
I
love
think it's
her.
okay.
It's all right. It's all right.
It's all right. You're allowed to change your mind.
Exactly.
You can
I'm
blow
a
the
girl.
wind. It's good.
Yeah, I'm a girl. I can do that. I can change my mind as many times as I want.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, this brings us to the end of another amazing episode talking about these amazing ladies. It has
Yes,
been
ma'am.
a pleasure. And
Another week in the books.
yes, y'all. So me and Natalie are gonna get ready, get our scrubs on, and we're gonna, code yellow it out. I don't know what these colors mean, by the way, but it feels cool to say because they're doctors.
My girl's literally picking every color of the rainbow.
Yes, next week will probably be turquoise. So get ready.
Ooh.
Yeah, so we will bless your ears next week, y'all.
Make sure you follow us on socials, M2M Rundown.
And that's Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok.
And YouTube.
Yes. Bye,
Bye,
y'all.
y'all.